Good evening, and welcome to another edition of African Americans Ain't Africans, the thing show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so called African American, Black, Negro, colored didn't find themselves in America in the trunk of a ship. I'm your host, the Indigenous One, and we're going to keep on going tonight. First, we had Rebel, and then, of course, we're with the Accomack God Mama, and we're going to talk about some things that's been really hitting the community shit since, forever, but you know, our how we play into it is really getting sickening. So we're going to have the conversation, the discussion is going to be about the imitation of us. You see how we have all these people trying to imitate you. The Koreans are doing it in California, the Africans are doing it everywhere. All these people are imitating you because they're thinking they're here to replace you. And the Negro, you know how we do it. We this is for everybody. So we're going to talk about that tonight. And we really want you to pay attention to what's going on because that chick who just became the Supreme Court judge, that was a position all of y'all mamas was hoping for you. And of course, like you always do, you just give it away to somebody else. So we're going to talk about that tonight and show how these scenarios are set up through the media and all kind of other ways and how we don't never pick it up. So joining me as always, Miss Lisa Cypress from the Accomax. What's going on, Lisa? Unmute your mic.
Okay, thank you. Gotta get unmuted. That's the first thing. Caillou, Calito, everyone, and good night to everybody. Good evening, good night, really, but almost good morning. We late.
Late.
Um, yes, but yeah, well, I'm meaning to get to this, so I'm glad we're getting the opportunity to do so. We really need to talk about it, and I feel like everybody's feeling some kind of way, so hopefully we get some good feedback from all the, everybody out there. Everybody out there that wants to contribute to this conversation. I
I'm
yeah.
putting the link. I'm putting the link in the description. If you have any words you want to say about it, please join us. Keep it short so
Mhm.
somebody else can get on. Okay. Cool.
Sure thing. Right. Okay. Yep. Let everybody get in on this. Let's get to talking about it because this is a hot topic because this is a thing. Not that this is new. I mean, we've been having people had that's been immigrating and kind of becoming part of our culture for a while. Um, just not so just not so many at the same time, and there's so many more that it's a problem. And then what is not just the fact that there's the numbers or that they are, it's how you come in. When you come in with like disrespect and like just like stomping all over our culture, but yet stealing our culture, stomping, criticizing how we look, yet copying exactly how we dress, look, talk, dance, everything down to the wire, everything. But then you talk about we don't have class. Why did it? Because I remember when people were starting to immigrate in the 80s and such. And they would come in with their, long dresses and wearing, little church clothes and little push little pedal shoes and stuff. And they would talk about us. Why you Americans, you dressing in blue jeans. But they would dress like we used to do in the 60s. They was but worse, like a bad version of a 60s American. Like a really tacky version of it. That's how they came in when they were immigrating in the 80s, like a real tacky version of us that you know that's how they would come in. And so then they were criticizing our clothes and all this and that. And I'm trying to tell you for sure. I remember after first my ex-husband's sweet mate. No, he wasn't a sweet mate, it was his roommate. He stunk to high heavens. He didn't know how to use deodorant. I mean, I'm just saying. A lot of these people, they're parents now. That's how they came into the country. And their children, this is a whole nother ball of wax. Like their kids don't even talk like their parents. Where I sound like my mother. Most people I know, we sound like our parents. That's what we do. We sound like them. We look like them. We think like them. Very similar to our people. We resonate. Even if we don't resonate with our parents, we resonate with some aunt, somebody. It's very similar. There's a thread of who we are, and we ain't trying to be like nobody that's over there or in some whole other daggone country. We're not going to try to emulate that. We don't admire that. We're not trying to be them, but yet they're trying to be us, but yet they want to disrespect us. And that is the problem. The problem lies in the palpable level of disrespect that we know and we feel from these folks. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. And we haven't all had a lot of exposure, but now we've gotten a lot of us has gotten a good amount of exposure to what's real and what they really think and how they really are. And it ain't cute. It's not cute. And I feel like this country or the world as a whole are over like predatory people who are just there to get for themselves, and all they give you is attitude. We're just over that. We don't need that anymore.
Yeah. So,
And we just want to clean up. We just want to click up with our folk. What's up?
yeah, not only that, but then you have to remember and think, is that how you do you do what they do over in your country? Do you do that in their country? No. So you invite them and you clap and you laud and you give a standing ovation when they dog you out in your own home. See, that's the problem. See, all this stuff that we talk about is not really what nobody else is doing. It's what we allow to be done to us, our grandparents, our mothers, and our children. And for some reason we feel good about it. You can't go over to Nigeria and be a Supreme Court justice in their Supreme Court. You can't go to the Caribbean and do that. You can't go nowhere in the world and be vice president in their country. Guess who they get to make foreigners vice president over here? You. To see, that's the stuff we do. And then you have the audacity to try to be pissed off at us because we telling you facts. You're going to pay for that. These people coming over here, they'll come over here for one reason, to replace you. And I can't believe that you don't see it like that.
That's right. You couldn't do that. And not only we wouldn't do that. This is the thing about us. The indigenous people don't want to. We're not trying to be somewhere else. No matter what happens to us, how we're treated, how they try to drive us off, hell, how they try to daggone transport us away from here. This is our home. We want to be here because this is us. This soil is us. We are the soil. We are the trees. We are the earth. And these people are profiteers. And let me tell you, this whole thing is just a bunch of corporations. From the very beginning, this whole so-called United States is a big corporation. It's not just Britain though. It's everything. It's Portugal. It's France. It's England. It's Ireland. It's Scotland. It's Dutch. The Deutschland is it's everything. It's an entire globe. That's why you say, why does the United States jump to everything? Well, every corporation from all over the world is here. They take turns allowing these corporate entities from all over the planet get some goods and make some profits off of us. Now it's the Asian time. They're selling us out to the Asians. Everybody has a corporation here on our backs. Everybody in the world. That's why they all conspire to keep us ignorant of who we are and what belongs to us, because they're all benefiting. You see, the entire globe is benefiting off our ignorance and our plentifulness and our richness as a people, our gifts, and they're suppressing our gifts. So just think if we were free to actually exercise our gifts, like Rabel was talking about earlier. Like if we were actually able to thrive and nurture our true natures and our true abilities, what we could do. But the reality is, yeah, they actually thrive over oppressing us. They gain energy and they gain power over keeping us oppressed, keeping us stressed. Stress. They like stressing us out. They win. However, I think right now some of the people that they brought into this corporation are becoming a troublesome group, a bothersome group, a group that they're not really happy that they have right here, right now, or anywhere. They're just people are sick and tired of some of these. I mean, some of these immigrants are just not welcomed anymore, and
And
that's
it's
what it is.
and they try
And
to
I'm
make
afraid to say that that killing, that ritual killing, whether it was real or not in Florida, was it real? I don't know how big that girl was that did the stabbing, but um, you know how stabbings, you got to be close to do a stabbing. You got to use a lot of force. Anybody who cooks or slaughters animals or whatever, you have to be strong enough to make that, to do what you got to do, right? Um, the thing about a knife fight is the best thing you need to do is run, because they can't do they can't do nothing from a distance. The other thing about a knife fight is that, I mean, you're a dude, you're stronger than her. Like, get the wrist, like, you know, de- you know, demobilize her. I don't understand exactly how this is supposed to have happened with a knife. Whether it was by surprise, I don't know. Was he asleep? I don't know. Anyway, but whatever it is, there's a message behind that thing, right?
yeah, stop cooning. I mean, damn. I mean that's all you hear about. Y- This the
Stop
same stuff
playing.
we do, and this is what I'm saying. You got to look at these young kids. They watching this.
Mm.
This is the kind of stuff we do. I know the cat that she whacked was an African cat, but Negroes here do that type stuff all the time.
Well, we love everything new. That's the thing about us as as in Indians, American Indians. We don't discriminate. We love everybody, everything else, and especially our men. And we're very loving, forgiving people, and that has been our downfall. We're not protective. We don't tend to see people as being enemies until they actually have the knife in our bodies. But this guy's an African guy, you know what I mean? So I mean, this is the thing. I mean, I think it really was a message thing. The fact that it was just done and nobody seems to be suffering or going to jail or any kind of repercussions. I don't know what the world, but I really feel like it was symbolic. I mean, I think the world is trying to tell them that maybe they need to move on. I mean, the Ukraine, the way they treated them, um, telling them that they need to fight, telling them they need to stay and fight. They weren't gonna let them go home, and then they didn't even let them through. See, they just wanted them gone. They wanted to make sure they were left and did not come back. This was an opportunity. They were cleansing their country of the Nigerian people and the African students and the African profiteers and the people that were that's what they do. These people these people are predatory profiteers. That's what the planet is occupied by. Go ahead.
What is an African? Because when I hear about Africa, Africa is this wonderful place. I mean, before you get to heaven, you got to spend a couple of days in Africa. That's what I'm hearing. Why are Africans going to Ukraine to get educated? Explain that to me. You're muted.
I said, oh yeah, everything starts in Africa. If everything starts in Africa, why are they so far behind? Like, I don't under doesn't if you've been doing this the longest, if you've been doing everything the longest, why are you so far behind everything? That it doesn't make sense. Timbuktu, y'all seen? I had a clip from Timbuktu, honey. Timbuktu look like a dust bowl. How you getting educated? You can't breathe. I don't understand. How is that gonna be some mecca education? You can't even breathe. It's a dust bowl. They got people running around with daggone all kinds of machine guns. It looks like a horrible place. I don't understand how we believe these things, and then these dumb Pan Africans and dumb coon pretend African Americans want to glorify a place they really don't got nothing to be glorified about. I don't really care whether it's a glorious place, and if it's got glorious things about it, God bless you. But just don't come over here and look at me and be trying to take everybody's position in college and try to take everybody's jobs and trying to take everybody's daggone opportunities that we had to suffer for. And we don't have that many opportunities. We have to struggle and fight to get everything, claw our ways up, beg, plead, marching like idiots, boycotting, dance in the gym, running for the football. We have to do everything, inventing things, building things, creating things. And you come over here and you don't contribute not a goddamn thing. You ain't contribute nothing. Nothing. But yet you get to sit high in the daggone chair of honor like you've contributed and built on all the contributions that we have given to the world. Tell me how that's okay. You know what's so funny, y'all? Obama would never get elected today. Never. Never. He came in the window, the last window. Boop, boop, boop. Bam, ain't no window no more. Nigga, try to dare gonna come up here and you be out there gonna get elected. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Never, never, never. See, that's the thing. So now what are we seeing? There's a lot of stress on the internet. There's a lot of people feeling some kind of way because this is what they come with a welcome packet. They come with a fact sheet of how to win, information on how to get what you get, go to school free, get this, your white status, you got, you get into the right schools, you go to the right daggone neighborhoods, where to live, they get a whole daggone instruction manual, how to win in the USA. Got a whole videos series. It's like Time Warner, like a Time Warner set of damn videos of how to win in the United States. So they're set up to win, right? We are being blockaded from success, while these people are being held up, elevated, supported, guided, financed to secure success in this United States corporation. We gotta realize that. But because of this, they're like, you're African, you're American blacks. You're angry. Why are you so angry? Why are you, huh? Oh, this is a great country. Yeah, yeah, so great. They're the white people. Why are you always angry, blaming the white people? The white people are good, got good jobs. They got all of this opportunity, but you're not taking it. Hmm.
But they running away from their country. And you know who's the
That's
first, and you know who's the first one to pat them on the back? The Negro.
hmm
They talk about them more than they talk about their own people, right or wrong.
yeah, yeah. That's what the Negro that's what we African American folk are out there. That's what they do. They love them some daggone Africans. That's the people from the motherland. Oh yes, you're just like me. Meanwhile, these people are like, okay, yeah, I'm just like you. Wink, wink. You're not invited to their societies. You're not in their secret sororities. You're not coming to their special balls and parties where they lay out the red carpet for each other. You're not in those things. And if you are, you're just a token. And behind your back, they calling you a kata. So what's that about? They got a whole damn bunch of slang words to describe us. We don't have no slang words to describe them. We really don't. Because we really don't think about them really. But obviously, they have considered us enough that they're going to call us a kata and other things.
Well, they got to make you feel bad about yourself because it's easier for them to climb on top of you and dog you out. Because that's what I see them do it. I see all these foreigners coming over here and the way they talk to the people of America, they talk to you like crap. And you will still go put that dollar in their hand because you
Oh
do it
man,
because you do it to
oh
everybody.
man, yeah. I mean, even like a Uber driver, just a nasty attitude. You run into them and dealers and business. They come in our neighborhoods and they'll have businesses and they'll talk crazy, just like any Asian will do, or any other these other daggone immigrants do. Talk to us like trash, man. The fuck you think I'm gonna give you my money? You think I'm gonna support that? No, I'm not, and no, neither should anybody. American Ghost said something about yeah, they do disrespect us in our own. Yes, they do. The five civilized tribes are corporation with white nation. Shoot, they ain't corporation. You know what the five civilized tribes are? First of all, that's a whole play on words. Civilized, we're the civilized people. That's why they called it. That's where they stole that name from, because how civilized we had this country when they got here, and they were barbaric. Sit up there pouring poop out the daggone windows and stuff. They're gonna having plagues all over the place. They couldn't do nothing. Didn't know how to wash their own face, their own ass. No, this is the thing. The five civilized tribes, they're not I wouldn't say that they're whether they're Asians and of course they're Siberians and Asians. However, the reality is I wouldn't call them a corporation. That's the thing I thought I had taken a disagreement with. I think that they're like flea markets at best, garage sales. They ain't no friggin' corporation. This is a broke down mother suckers. They have gotten money, all this BIA money. They've got millions and billions of dollars. They just have set aside $31 billion for Native Americans. 31 billion. You know why? Because I'm about to come for their ass. And if y'all get your shit together, we all could be coming for their ass. Okay? So they're trying to calm down these natives, and they're gonna throw some money at them. Because we gotta get our money. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be working to get your damn money. Because there ain't nobody gonna give it to us. But these daggone flea market people, oh yeah, they're like flea market people. They actually had all these organizations to teach them to farm. They were given land, given people to teach them how to farm, given resources to do it. They can't get right. They're like the can't get right crews. Like they just can't get it together. So no, I wouldn't even give them that level. Because let me tell you something. If we had had a fraction of what has been given to these Native Americans, Boy, son, what would we be doing with that? What would be happening if we had just a fraction of the daggone assistance of the money that they stolen from us to daggone help get us to do some things? And let me tell you, and we would do amazing things with that. That's why they got to keep us all bewitched, got to keep us all confused, got to keep us all against each other. They got to, because they know it don't take but a little bit for us to make a lot happen. They know that. It don't take much. What do
So
you
you
think?
so you had you had a bunch of clips. Do you want to start with those? You're muted.
Yeah, fraud corporation. Let's go.
You want to start with the clips?
Yeah, let's start with the clips, y'all.
Okay, check this. So I'll play the clip and then Lisa will explain them.
We want this buck. We want him bad. You tell us where he is, and it's $500 to you. We're gonna just ride in sometime, walk in their bank, and just take it. You're crazy. We're gonna get away. You shoot that rifle, boy, and we're dead. Blessings on this house. I am the Reverend Willis Oaks, Rutherford of the High and Low Order of the Holiness Persuasion Church.
Will you get him out of my house? I got my reputation to think of.
Come back.
I put my faith in the good book.
Okay, so we got Buck and the preacher. All right, so the thing that's crazy about it is they're both immigrants, right? And for like the whole time of my growing up, these have been very, 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 very prominent stars in our community. And
You want to take it from the top?
Sidney Poitier is they're both immigrant. They're both immigrants. And you can see it actually. I mean, it's pretty like you can see it in them really. And and this is the thing. I mean, they've been, you know, in our community kind of infiltrating for a long time in our celebrity people and our politicians now. Like I don't think that they were as prominent as politicians before, but now they're getting into power positions. Not the celebrities, not a power. Celebrities are power, man. It really is. So they went ahead and got an African, Cynthia Erivo, to play Aretha Franklin. She probably even had a little surgery done. Her eyes look like something, her cheeks even. Well, she might have had a little bit of something done. Cicely Tyson, oh yeah, she's got, yeah, she's immigrant vibe. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of our stars exactly are actually immigrants that we just kind of just, take it for granted. They represent us. They play us, represent us. They don't really, they're not really us. They didn't have to deal with what we did. They don't have to live our lives in our real skins. And the other cultures do not see them as us either. And that's a problem because only we understand what we are and what the life we live. Let's go ahead and play this one.
Oh, before we get to this one, I want to say something else about that Buck and the Preacher piece.
Yeah.
You got to remember, all the people that they use to influence you are from the Caribbean. Remember
Mm-hmm.
Stokely Carmichael, Black Panthers? They fooled a lot of Negroes with that one.
Yeah.
Killed a lot of your children, and you still to this day worship them like they did something. The Nation of
Mm-hmm.
Islam and Farrakhan, that
Mm-hmm.
Fard Muhammad was
They're
a
kind of
heroin,
foreign too.
that Fard Muhammad was a heroin dealer from Pakistan, and you shines went through that one. Y'all just worship that. Farrakhan, you still worship him today.
They'll do. Honorable.
The right reverend. So all
Yes.
these immigrants and you can't even figure him out. I didn't know he was that. All
We
these
got indigenous groups that are organized around being what is it called? First what those people call them high up
you can
first
tell they're
first
not you. But that's what I'm
whatever.
saying with
These
the
people
African
that are
American.
high up in y'all know, the people that are high up in the daggone black Muslim community, which is not the same as other Muslims. The black Muslim is a special, really fucked up situation because they really what are they doing? They're not even really
Confusing
actually,
you, making sure you stay
they
confused.
use you. They're really what it is a situation to keep you oppressed.
That's right.
That's what it is.
So
They these
let's
that's why Farrakhan can get away with talking about Jews because they know he's with them, man. He's with them. It's
so this
all up in there.
so this chick played Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
We had such a bad reaction to it that it's very hard to even find this damn trailer. Let me tell you.
Okay, here we go.
Mhm.
What kind of music do you really want to make, Miss Franklin?
I want to make hits. Mr. Waxler.
Genius. Aretha, this Memorial Day on National Geographic.
What is with that music? Like what? For real?
That's how
I
they
don't even
take you. That's
understand
how
that.
they take you out of here.
What is that? Why were they even playing that to go with Aretha Franklin? That has nothing to do with Aretha like that. See, that's what they do. That's how they do it, man. That's how they do it, man. They just that's what they do. So, with that being the case, I mean this woman is playing Aretha Franklin. That's not respect, right? That's disrespect. You disrespecting us. You disrespecting yourselves. You disrespecting Aretha. That doesn't make any sense. And they kept doing, especially during this whole COVID thing, this whole plague thing they did. They kept coming out with nothing but Africans being everywhere, even playing Fred Hampton.
We ain't talking about some hippies playing bongos in the park. These the same motherfuckers hit Dr. King with a brick.
I don't know how I feel about going up in there without my pistol.
Well,
Bet you stay behind then.
place maybe 2, 3 times as many of us. Well, they might think it's easy to throw out the white trash, but they better fucking burn it. You're Fred Hampton.
You must be the preacher man.
Well, I'm a fan of y'all's paper. Funnies, especially.
That flag is some motherfucking bullshit, comrade.
Take it easy, comrade.
It's just up there to remind us of our Southern heritage.
When I look at that, I don't see no flag hanging. I see my uncle hanging from a tree. And a bunch of white devils like y'all smiling around his
Hey, who the
body.
fuck you think you're talking to?
Well, hey, cool it.
You're in our house.
Hey, cool it. Look, we oppressed your people for a long
I
time.
didn't oppress shit. And my folks grew up poor. They were sharecroppers.
AKA the overseer.
What if the overseer had banded with the slaves and cut the masses through? Well, then, comrade. We might not be in this funky ass ghetto right now. I'm not talking about the west side or the south side. I'm talking this filthy ass motherfucker right here. Shit. We almost got into it with a rat over a parking space. I bet y'all babies getting the same bullshit education. Y'all paying the same taxes to get your heads whooped in by the same motherfucking pigs. Ain't that a trip? We pay them, huh? We pay the pigs to run us off our corners. Let me ask y'all something. If this building caught fire right now, what y'all worry about, huh? Water and escape. If somebody would have asked you, what's your culture during this fire, brother? Water. That's my culture. Well, how about your politics? Water and escape. Well, guess what? America's on fire right now. And until that fire is extinguished, don't nothing else mean a goddamn thing.
Rain begins to fall. I must leave so long.
Jesus and the Black Messiah. Rated R.
Once again, I mean, this is really like the thing about it is that what we need to think about is the wealth. I mean, there's not that many chances to become a star and be us. And to have this many people coming in and taking those opportunities, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? We don't understand what that symbolizes. I mean, it doesn't make sense. You have a whole country. You have a whole Nigerwood or Nollywood or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Like you got your own creative venue in your damn country. Why are you over here taking these? And you know what? This is the thing about this. They lack ethics. The fact that you are willing to say, you know what, I'm gonna take this role, me playing this, even though this ain't my history, this ain't my culture. And I know that there are millions of daggone wannabe actors and actual actors who would love to have this role. The greed, the selfish greed never prevents them from saying, I pass. Give it to somebody else. It's not appropriate for me to be doing this. They never do. They never would. But I guarantee you some of us would do that. I know that because that's the kind of people, that's the kind of soul people we are. We'll be like, oh no, I'm not going to play. I'm sorry, but don't you got a lot of people that could play Nelson Mandela or Winnie Mandela? I'm not trying to do that right now. We would not go into their country. We might do it here for us, but we would never go to their country and try to play them. Just like you said, we would never go to their country and even consider thinking that we could run something as far as any kind of political leadership, especially the courts. You ain't vested in here. You're not vested in here. I don't care if the court people vest you, these damn fake ass motherfuckers, but you're not vested in the soil. You're not vested in the earth here. You're
But
not
doesn't,
vested amongst the
but
people.
doesn't part of that fall on us because we're not making the films? I'm not talking about going to Hollywood or so. I'm talking about as a nation of people, to pass down information to our children and generations coming after us. We don't put the film, we don't make the films. So other people can, like to say, replace you. And the people that are replacing us, the average African American love them more than they love their own mama. So I mean, so I think when we talk about this stuff, a lot of us has to fall on us. Why do we eat that media that they feed us? We into that all the time. We don't.
Well, I haven't watched any of this stuff. I refuse. But these are the clips. But
No,
yeah,
you
I
know what I
refuse to
mean.
watch any of this crap. Okay.
Mhm.
And that's all it is a bunch of crap. These people aren't even as good. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, yeah, he might be able to act, but you know what? We got people that can kill it, and actually feel it. You hear these people talk about it and it's plastic. They can't relate. They don't relate.
You want to
You're
hit this
letting
one?
them live a very high life because of what? Because you allow them to be the stars. It is your willingness to say, I'm gonna watch this movie, I'm gonna rent this movie, I'm gonna go ahead and get Showtime. I'm not gonna tell Showtime. Let me tell you what I do. In Netflix, whenever I see any Nollywood or African shit, or in daggone Tubia or whatever daggone network, I'm Amazon, I give it a thumbs down. I rate it a thumbs down. I don't watch the shit, I just give it a thumbs down. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to. It takes up my space. And I got things that I want to watch and I want to see what I want to see. And I'm a damn American. I'm American and I'm American and I want to be able to. I need to see. You need to cater to damn me. And I don't want to see that. They can go act in their own country, but I don't want to see them acting like they us. Thumbs down. I don't want to see it.
Hi Movie
I
Club
rate it.
and happy MLK Day. I'm David Oyelowo and I play Martin Luther King in the film Selma.
Through it all, Martin Luther King has spoken of his dream, one which we and many other people around the world share.
This scene where Dr. King gets his Nobel Peace Prize was actually the
I don't know
very
if he's gay or
last
what,
scene
but he's still
I
extra.
shot in the entire movie.
This shut this doc dude off. He kind of nauseates me. Anyway, like he's and then he talks about how he couldn't relate to anything at all. He sounds like just like cold fish talking about it. It's so freaking antiseptic. And a lot of us we got a lot of feelings about our country and our life here. And a lot of people are catching continuous hell. There's a lot of continuous hell, especially right now all across this nation. Because the thing about us that's happening now, and the thing that's true when they came here to see this fabulous country that was so civilized, is that we live in pockets. That's why it's hard for you to know how many of us there is. Because we live in a pocket over here, a pocket over there, a pocket over here. That's why it was hard for them to even get a handle on how many folks that were here. Hence all the wars, because we weren't all in one little area. We weren't all congested. We was in little pockets of different nations. So that's true today. We live in little pockets, right? We're not all over, all in one daggone area. So, they can't really figure out, get a good consensus on how many we are and what we're doing and that kind of thing. So with these damn immigrants, they come in here and they don't know anything about that. They don't know about what our lives like, our culture's like, how we live in these little pockets of the country. They don't know that. They can't connect to that. They can't connect to the pure hell that some people are catching in these little pockets of the country that we don't know about. People are still we are at war, and pockets of this country are under siege, like Mason, Tennessee. And I want to give y'all an update on Mason, Tennessee, because we did a live a week or so ago about Mason, Tennessee, and the fact that they actually is a pretty much predominantly black run council town, and they were suffering bad money problems. The white folks just left office. They were stealing money and everything. They left it, and then the indigenous people there took it over, and they did a good job. And now there's a corporation that's going to make lithium batteries and potentially cars are going to come to that little town. And now, the big county and the state want to go and butt in and take over and kick them out. But I did reach out. I said, this is the thing. You have to be about things, right? You can't sit by and just be talking to each other all the damn time. You got to do shit. So I did reach out to the mayors there, and when I sent them the video that we did about Mason, Tennessee, about it being the next Tulsa, right? Tulsa is gonna be it's like a political Tulsa. They're trying to destroy this town, and so when I did reach out there, the sister did, and I don't think I even told you, Carrie. She did message me back. She was like, "Oh, I didn't get to see your video. If you're sending me again, da 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 da." So then I sent it again, and she actually messaged me back like twice or two or three times after that. She was like, "Wow." She's like, "Wow, that is powerful information." She's like, "I'm going to share this." And she said, "Well, thank you for the information, because like I told her, the best way you can actually save this town is actually declare yourselves the indigenous people that you are." I had done a little genealogy dig on the daggone mayor. I told her, I said, he got people that goes back to the 1800s, just like me doing a quick look. Just with a quick look. So they could actually be sovereign and free of these people that are trying to oppress them. They're already running things. All they need is to actually recognize themselves as the people that they really are and get free. But she appreciated the information. She said, "Oh yeah, thanks again." But I told her, I said, "Look, if you need any help with information, if you want to actually go that route, because I really suggest you do it, because it's the only way you can keep these people forever like off your backs, because you get out of that freaking matrix, out of this freaking corporation. You're not a slave. You're your daggone original people." So she told me, "Yeah, thanks." And now the update is the chief just told me that they actually are filing a lawsuit against those powers that be in the county, which is a boss move. Lawsuits are cool, but they still probably need to correct their identities and get themselves free of these daggone fools, because we cannot have these people who are thieves running our life and our land. Can't have them running your life and your land anymore. You are an invader. That's what we know. Black Panther showed us we are us, we are not them. Well, Black Panthers are American, which is really the crazy play on words with that. Okay, now this is a comedian. Now you remember Monique, and I was gonna get a clip from Monique, because Monique, man, everybody was trying to give advice to Monique about how she needs to act towards the white man, and her getting mad about not having an HBO deal or Netflix deal or whatever, not giving the money that she wanted. The woman is a damn, what is she? She's a Emmy winner, right? Not an Emmy. Emmy is daytime, right? She's a daggone Academy Award winner. She's an Academy Award winning actress. But yet she can't deserve some good dollars. We got daggone meth head motherfuckers out there doing comedy shows, getting all the money. These daggone trifling ass people out there doing damn weak comedy. And then we got this Yvonne Oroji, who is not funny, but she comes over here. She's in a powerful series on HBO. Is that HBO or Netflix? I don't even know. One of them damn things. And she's winning. And then she gets a damn opportunity to do an HBO special. And she ain't funny. She ain't funny at all.
We can be trifling too. To be honest, she's like, we can. We can be trifling too, because here's the thing. When I was broke, I used to do this thing where I would go on dates for food. We've all done it, okay? Some women get lonely, they make booty calls. I got hungry, I made booty calls, okay? And fellas, if you're not quite sure how a booty call goes, you might be on one right now. And you're welcome. It usually happens when you meet a girl, you think you vibing, you're like, oh my gosh, she was mad cool. Like, meanwhile, you don't know, she's talking to her friends in the group chat like, Jerome is such a bad. I would never, okay? I would never. Ever would I, okay? 3 to 6 months later, same girl goes home and opens her fridge. And all she got in there is some spotted bananas. Let me see what this fool talking about. Hello? Hey, Jerome. I was like, yeah, it's me, Yvonne. Why you sound so surprised? Oh, you right. I did tell you never to call me again. You know me, joking stop. That's what I do for a living. So, I mean, did you still want to grab a bite? Yeah, the Cheesecake Factory, yes. Like tonight. No, tonight will be amazing, yes. No, I'll meet you there. You still can't know where I live. Okay, bye. That is a booty call, okay? You're welcome. But you know, I went on this date recently, and the guy, he was different. His name was Hunter Walker. And Hunter was asking me questions that like he was asking me like amazing questions. He was like, Yvonne, what kind of food do you like? I said, well, lobster and shrimp. He was like, oh, well, why don't you get the whole seafood platter? I'm sorry, seafood platter? What page is that on? And right then and there, y'all, I already knew I'm not reaching for nothing tonight because this joint didn't even have a price. It just said market value. Brother, I don't know what the value of the market is today, but I hope you got it. And that was like, as the day was going on, I was like, this brother is so, oh my God, he's amazing. This man looked me in my eye, y'all. And he was like, Yvonne, he asked me the most beautiful question in the world. He said, Yvonne, would you like an appetizer? I've seen the front of a menu? Like, these options are real? Yes! I was like, ah. So the whole time I'm waiting for the night, I'm like, okay, let me see how this goes. Because I'm looking around for the waitress. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm just trying to get the waitress' attention for the bill. Yvonne, relax. I gave the waitress my credit card before we even sat down to eat. It's already been paid for. I'm sorry, I think I'm lactating. Pretty sure I'm having your babies right now.
For real. That's where we at now. She's better than Monique.
Huh?
That's better than Monique's comedy.
That's what I'm saying. So this is what we have going on. I mean, this is what they're doing, and how is it that this is okay? That we're gonna sit there and as a collective chastise your Monique, berate her on daytime talk shows, all these so-called official Negroes of record, Oprah, that nasty coon. What's that horrible coon with the big lips? I don't know. What is his name? Like, why am I not remembering him? Anyway, why can't I think of that comedian? What's his name, Nay? The horrible coon with the big lips. Family Feud. The one who's on the radio. Steve Harvey. Yeah, that one. What about him? He wasn't on berating daggone Monique about, you need to know how to handle yourself, blah 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 blah. He could had her on TV humiliating her about how she needs to handle herself with these people, as if she doesn't deserve. She has to earn. What does she have to do? What does she have to do? Grovel, have sex with somebody? What's she supposed to do? They're gonna earn a spot. She's hilarious. She's talented. She's been an actress. She's been a sitcom for years. She's done stand up forever. She's great at both, and she did a dramatic role that was crazy. I mean, that was freaking phenomenal, but it was sad and disgusting, but it was phenomenal. And yes, she don't deserve to have no more money. But these daggone whores, literal whores, that they're going, give, whoever, whatever little nasty little flat ass stuff you want to do, they want to do. And, they sit up there and they have all these comedy specials and all these great movie roles and all these, whatever they want. But we ain't supposed to even mention nothing like it ain't fair. And we ain't supposed to mention nothing about this ain't right. We're supposed to just shut up like a good slave and take it. Yassa. Maybe next time if I'm real good, sir. Maybe next time if I was a good nigga. Maybe next time I too should get a chance to be somebody. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I was just so happy that this other one got a chance to get it. Yes, yes, and she favors so and so. She dark just like me, and I'm just so glad that anybody that dark like me, black like me, got something. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kill that.
So if you look at
Kill that. Kill it. Make it die. Immediately. No more talking like that. We need to stop it. Right dead in the tracks.
So if you pay attention to these cats, what they're doing, I mean, wasn't Martin Luther King the one who told y'all during his March on Washington speech? Wasn't he one of them boule cats that were telling you you're exiled in your own home? Then they come with an African to play him. You don't realize the confusion they're sending you through. Many of us just giggle and he at it. These people are here to replace you. I know you don't believe it. Jesus didn't tell you that. But these people have a whole nother agenda, and they use you as the fodder to get what they want. And you never know nothing. All the cats that getting the money, they're showing you. All these cats, that's what they get paid for. So, and this is just my humble suggestion. You got to start thinking a different way. You got to start looking at things in reality, because nobody has any good for you. You see the state of the world today. They're bringing Ukrainians over and they're going to schools you built to get an education. And you just constantly want to lick them in the mouth. This is the African American that I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying, Kat. The world is not playing with you. Make you look like a fool. And you jump on it and you want to be made a fool. So when we say imitations of us, that's what these people are doing. They're just trying to get in and play you so they can be you. Right, Lise?
Oh, absolutely. And there's another video that she does with her mother, when she talks about her mother and she goes home. And honey, she don't talk like that. When she goes to home and she talks about her mother, she got her full Nigerian accent and everything. Like she does all of that. Okay. So I mean, these people, that's what they do. They put on a whole persona of us. But then they have a whole nother persona. Like they know how their mama talks. Their mama don't talk like that. But they make a choice. not to actively practice not sounding like their mothers. Dang. I love my mother. God, I couldn't imagine wanting not to sound like my mother, like wanting to sound like somebody else. That's just, to me, that's just sick and insane. That's some craziness. But that's what happens. That's what they do. Let me just give you let me see if I can share this real quick.
Y'all good?
Oh no, I
Did you
gotta.
just come from Wakanda? What's happening? I just wanted to bring you all here to my home. There is no way I could do a special about my life without showing you my life. My parents are desperate to get me married off. The first
I'm paying it. Okay.
go might be the right way. This is where you negotiate my bride price. About how much do you think it will start at today?
I might just take $1.
Sophia, why $1? Am I a stripper? My mom, she leaves me voicemails all the time. This is your mother. Time waits for nobody. You are no longer a spring chicken. Happy birthday. When I land at the streets of Lagos, it's like, oh my God, you're Yvonne Oji.
Yvonne Oji.
If you saw her on the street, would you recognize her?
Yeah, I recognize her.
Okay, what does she look like?
She's not that fast.
She's not that fat. Okay. At least he was honest. He don't know me. My mom, she uses every opportunity to remind me that I wasn't a doctor. I said, Mom, I want to do comedy. She heard, so you want to prostitute yourself all over the world. But you roll up on my mom today, it's a different story. You roll up on Celine, what? Do you have HBO? Home box office. Yes, that's where my daughter is.
So, so they have their, they have their own language. They have their own. They know how to do their mama. They know how to bring that out, but they play us, and they win with that. Every little daggone nuance, our movements, our clothes, our phraseology, everything. They mimic us, and we are okay with this. Like, why are we okay with this? I mean, why are we okay with saying, oh, we're going to have her as a chief justice and we're going to cheer it on like they put one in our box? Like we're winning. That's not a win. Call this stuff out. We should. Be upset. Yeah, we should. It is not respect. It's disrespect. It's blatant disrespect. And we need to call it what it is and treat it for what it is. It ain't good. It's not right. She's not talented. She should not be a star of anything. She should have went to damn medical school. She's not good at this. And she probably wouldn't even be good at that. But see, that's what we do. We sit up there and we push these other people up while we're going to get crushed. And you might not feel the crush on your body. But what about your grandkids? What about your great grandkids? You're going to sit by and let this thing tumble down. So they're going to be like, wow, what was grandma doing? What was great grandma doing when all this shit was getting like this? What was she doing? Smoking crack? Why didn't she do something about this situation where these people are treating us and doing these things and taking over? It happened before. It happened before that. Periodically, we have gone through this. We've made the wrong choice. We're at a crossroad now. The imitation is not flattering. The imitation of us must not continue. We need to speak up about it. It's not hate, it's self-preservation. Self-preservation is okay. It's okay to say, you know what? We're tired of people copying off everything we do and taking our place. We're tired of people copying everything I do and taking our money, our businesses, our place in school, and our place in jobs. There is no affirmative action, but there is unofficial quotas still exist. Not quotas, but they're like, yay, they get bonus points for being compliant with equality.
Let me get in here for a second because I see this cat in the chat and rainstorm, and this is what I mean. We got to start being real with what we're seeing. We just like to say we're something because those people, we're married to them, we had kids by them, or everything. So this is what you say about the Caribbean. Yes, the Caribbean is part of America, but you can't go to Trinidad and be the president over there. You can't go to Jamaica and be a mayor over there. See, that's what we're talking about. See, those people, they're not us because they think a different way. They may think how the Dutch have trained them. They have, and those type people, they stay at their home to take care of their mama, kind of like we do here. But it seems like what the African American does takes in everybody. You took in Barack Obama, remember? What he do for you? You took in Kamala Harris, remember? What she do? You take in all these foreigners who wouldn't do nothing for you if you was in their country, but you try to make them feel better than your own mama in your own land. Dude, come on, dude. This is how our children get jacked because we got adults like you, and you heard of a cat named Stokely Carmichael, right? The Stokely Carmichael that went down in Alabama, took the name Black Panther, took it to California, and got hundreds of young men killed. Give your people too? You know what I'm talking about, homie? Because y'all just be loving everybody and don't even know what the hell is going on.
That's right. It's like taking your titty out your damn baby's mouth and giving it to some other woman's child. It's the same thing. You have to nurture your own.
And that's what we don't do. So
it's time for us to make that a priority, nurturing our own. See, this is a thing. Like I said, they come with a handbooks, which they share only with each other. There are things that they can do to win in this country that we will never know because they share it only with each other. The Asians have that information. The daggone West Indians have that information. The Africans have that information. The European whites have that information. The European blacks have that information. They're not going to share it with us. Why? Because they're foreigners. That's why they get this information. Now, I want to tell you what's happening. They're getting information about your land patents. They're getting information about your land patents. And these foreign people are going to get your land. They're already in the process of learning how to do it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say something. I feel like somebody is victimizing Amani. He's had people come at him claiming to be us, don't have no phone number, don't communicate daggone in person, only via damn Skype, looking to get land patents in several states. But they ain't never been to those states, haven't reached out to no family in those states, aren't trying to organize themselves as Indians in those states. But they're getting benefits for their child to go to college for free as an Indian. Who told them how to do that? That's weird. The Acamax should have that information. Why do you have that information? And you're not even organized as a tribe or a people.
Well, one of the reasons why, because we have gobs of Negroes always rooting for them, and they should get it. Everybody.
Everybody, go get it. Go get it. No. These people don't care. They don't care about the towns. They don't care about these people. They don't care about the people and what they're struggling in, how they're struggling in these towns, and how getting that land is more important to them than it is to you. They live there. They live there. You're just going to use it for profit and keep it in your family. They live there. It could change the way they live. But no, these folks don't care. They're just about just selfish greed and profit. About daggone being predatory and daggone profiteers and pirates. That's what they are. It's what they are. And now it's time for us to think about self. And not only that, the most important thing that is important that it is for us to do, we're going to go to a close soon, is to start thinking about each other. We have to start trusting each other. Like, we got to start building with each other. This whole thing of us being kissing everybody else in the mouth and loving everybody and thinking everybody's the coolest, best thing in the world, but we don't trust our own people, our own family, our own neighborhood. That's a problem. We got to heal that. This self-hate that makes us not trust and build together, that has to go away fast. That's why, I mean, this is why we have to extend ourselves to put our care for each other in action. That's why I immediately said I need to reach out to Mason, Tennessee, and let them know what I know that they could do. It's not a secret for just me or you or the people that are woke. It's something that can actually save a lot of people if they're willing to do it. But this is the type of thing we must do. We must extend ourselves and reach out to each other. Whether they want to do it or not, whether they accept it or not, whether they think you're crazy, whatever the case, we have to reach out in various ways and be helpful to one another. That's the only way we can win in this.
And the chief says Marcus Garvey is a Black European. And early when I was talking about we just look at ourselves as colors, as a dot, look at how Marcus Garvey wrote. Look at his penmanship. Look at stuff like that.
Look where he died.
Look where he died. So I was having a conversation with a sister, and she was talking about W.E.B. Du Bois. He was one of us. I'm like, so why did he choose to be buried in Ghana? If his parents weren't some aristocrats in Africa somewhere and send him over here. We can't go by what somebody puts in front of us and tell us it's the truth. We got to think about it. We got to talk to other people, like some of the people in the chat that may see it or know something a different way. Everybody they put in front of you is not you. They're trying to take you away from you. And that's what we mean about the imitation of us.
We have to start securing the bag for centuries ahead of us. Just the way the Accomack and a lot of our own people had secured a bag for us, like patents that were actually created in the 1600s, y'all. Our folks went to court to get patents. Come on now. We were the kind of people that we cared about what was going on, and we cared about how that's going to impact us in the future. Many of you have these same patterns in your family, but you're not organized as who you need to be, and you're not looking for the things you need to be looking for and getting what you deserve to have. And maybe it's not what you deserve. Maybe you don't want it. Maybe you live in your nice high-rise apartment. You're looking at whatever, a river, a lake, I don't know what you're doing. And you like, I like this life and I don't want to deal with the work of doing this. Well, maybe 50 years from now, somebody's going to wish you had. And they're going to want to do something. And they're going to need also money is money. Land is money. Land is collateral. It's like, You can lease it. You can, it is a powerful tool in this world. It's the only powerful tool really on the planet. And for you to just dispose of it, your lack of action is a disposal. Lack of action means you're disposing of the gifts that your ancestors left you. And that is disgraceful. So this is what I need people to do. I need people to take action. I need you to do the real things. But most of all, the first step is let's start caring about each other more than we care about these daggone invaders. Let's seek each other out. Let's give the invaders and the weirdos and the daggone immigrant weirdos the thumbs down. We don't want to watch them. We don't want to see them. We don't want to know about them. And we just don't want to have them. We're full here. We're full here. Can we say that? We're full.
Full.
Got enough. We're done. We're going to get angry because we're getting very fed up with how this is going. We're full. We need some self-care right now. Intensely.
Well, cool, Lisa. Well, listen, I love to go on, but this has been a day.
I know we got to go, y'all.
So listen, y'all, the imitation, check out what's happening because
they're imitating us.
Listen, you're trying to get rid of your children. I know you see it.
The next generations.
They're trying to stop that in the tracks. And you got to ask yourself, why are all these people running over here? What's going on in their homes? Why are they running away from their mama?
Right.
And you not running away from yours. So
Truth 21 Savage. A lot of these people are perpetrating a fraud of identity. They passing. They passing as you. Don't allow it.
And you letting them pass. So
don't give them a pass. Good night, y'all.
Good night, you guys.